was the bench when I made my first video back in what, like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I don't even remember. Okay, so this is actually my setup for today. I've come prepared with the Leica M8 DJI Osmo Action. I was planning to do some photo walk today, this morning, before I leave to the office, but then I wasn't just in my mood, and it's a bit cloudy today, as you can see. So rather than ranting about life and how I lost my mood taking a photo walk, let's talk again about my Leica M8. By this month, 14th of September, it will be the Leica M8 birthday. Means that it will be 16 years old by this September 2022. Right? I'm bad at math. I think I'm right. So it's an old camera for sure. I still think this is the best entry point if you want to start your journey with Leica M series. Leica M8 was the first Leica M series to be made digital, not the first Leica digital. I think the Digilux project was the first Leica journey to the world of digital camera, and the Digilux was in collaboration with Panasonic Lumix. There's a Digilux 1, there's Digilux 2, and I think the last one was Digilux 3. I have no experience with the Digilux 1 and Digilux 3, but I do have experience with the Digilux 2. Actually, I bought it twice. If you go to my channel, you are in my channel right now. I've made several videos about the Leica Digilux 2. So, shall we come back to the Leica M8? I still believe this is the most affordable way for you to enter the Leica M system. So let's check. Let's start with the price. I'm opening my eBay right now. Let's search on eBay Leica M8. Okay, Leica M8. I'm based here in Milan, so most probably my search result will come from places around Europe. Okay, I can see it's 1,800, 1,400. Oh, I regret I'm saying this is the most affordable. Anyway, the lowest you can have on eBay right now is 1,400, or best offer. I think you can still bargain on this one. So I bought this one for around 800 euro. It was like 3 years ago. I got this one without any box, without any books, just as it is the camera itself. I got it from a trusted camera store in town in Milan. So actually, wait, let me just, okay, you'll be seeing me back and forth with the camera from my phone. So this is the only thing I got when I bought the camera. Only the body. I have one battery, the original Leica, and 2 aftermarket batteries. I will talk later about the battery itself. Okay, so the good thing about Leica is its build quality. Basically, it's still the same shape, same condition as I bought it 3 years ago. I should really start making a script for my videos. I always get lost. So, talking about the types of Leica M8, there are 2 Leica M8. The one I have is the Leica M8. The next continuation is the Leica M8.2. I actually forget when was the time they launched the 8.2. I will just write somewhere here. The major difference, it is on the shutter speed. On the Leica M8, it has the maximum shutter speed of 1 per 8,000th of a second, while the Leica M8.2 it's capped at 1 per 4,000th of a second. I think I hope I wasn't wrong. I think the reason was is to preserve the shutter of the camera itself. Many users had problem with the shutter of the Leica M8. I surely avoid to use the 1 per 8,000 of a second. When I'm trying my best not to touch the 1 per 4,000 of a second, just to preserve the shutter mechanism. Talking about the shutter mechanism, when you think about Leica M series, even from the year of the Leica M film, it has like a silent shutter sound. It's I mean, like one of the benefits that I was thinking I will get when I get the Leica M8 was I will have to be able to sneak. Talking about the shutter mechanism, one thing you have to know, you can read about everything on Leica M8. Okay, bell sound, now the siren of ambulance. It is like a couple of blocks away from me, but the sound is very... no, it's actually right across the street. Okay, now let's get back to the shutter mechanism. You can read about everything on Leica M8 on the internet, but you really have to hear the shutter sound of a Leica M8. At the beginning, I was thinking I will be getting a silent camera, but here it is. That is exactly the sound. I mean, like, I don't know if maybe I should get it a bit closer above the table like this. Not really that loud, but surely I was expecting a bit silent on the shutter speed. But that's what you get with the Leica M8. Okay, now let's address the elephant in the room. It is not a secret anymore that the Leica M8 has its own... It's not a problem. I mean, like it's own quirk when it comes to render a dark fabric, black fabric. Usually, it will end up purplish, and a greenery, a natural greenery like grass or leaves, it will tend to be yellowish. And I believe the reason why when Leica developed the Leica M8, the engineer at some point put the sharpness of the image quality as the priority. That way they reduce a certain kind of layering filter above the sensor that makes the sensor is having I mean, like having its own interpretation of black fabric and natural grain. Okay, let's take some sample pictures. I was saying about the rendering of dark fabric and greenery with Leica M8. So I have my backpack and my phone and my glasses. It's all in a black color, and on the background there's a grass. Let's see. I'm not sure if the Leica M8.2 M2 is having the same problem. If you do know, please share on the comment section. And yes, Leica did not recall the Leica M8 to make a replacement of the sensor. I think it's gonna be way pricey. Instead of, they gave away for free a lens filter, an IR cut lens filter, to all the Leica M8 user. Somehow, sadly, when I bought my Leica M8, I did not have that, and I did not go to the hassle of going back to Leica asking for the filters for the lens. And I just started to embrace the signature colors of Leica M8. It also pushes me to tweak around with the preset on Lightroom. When I shoot in RAW or in color, I will always end up adding some preset to my pictures. Or this is the best. I think this is the best part of the Leica M8 CCD sensor. If you are dreaming to own a Leica Monochrom, which cost a fortune, an arm, a leg, a kidney, and a couple other body organs, just kidding, you might want to look at this Leica M8. The CCD sensor on the Leica M8, when you put it to the black and white, I think it has, I've shoot with many different black and white setting or preset on different cameras, on Fujifilm, even on Ricoh GR. I still think the one that came from the Leica M8, the CCD sensor, maybe also from Leica M9, I haven't tried the Leica M9, is the one that I love the most. There's plenty of details. The sharpness is very much depend on what kind of lens you're using. The way it renders black and white, I think it's a chef kiss. I just love it so much. Okay, that's also one of the reasons on this channel you will be seeing more on the black and white pictures I've taken. Okay, so I will also make a bit of adjustment. I'm a bit lost with the term of street photography. When I heard or when I read something about street photography, or when I search on YouTube about street photography, I'm expecting a certain level quality of photography. Street photography, back again. I will not be using the term of street photography. All I know is I'm taking picture, I'm doing photography on the street. But at some point, when I put a street photography on my on my content, on my ideas, I think my pictures is not yet on the level of being considered as a street photography. Everyone has their own interpretation on that. That is my personal thought. So I will be setting my content mostly around the photo walk itself, so I can be walking on the street as if I'm doing a street photography. At some point in my work, I will be going outside of Milan, going places. I have time for traveling. I will do photography as well when I'm traveling, so it can also be a travel photography. I'm planning to take more portrait pictures, maybe not of a stranger. I have not yet got the confidence to talk to strangers and asking them for a portrait. Maybe friends, relatives, or families. So anyway, I will put the channel on the path of documenting a photo walk. I hope you don't mind. Okay, bake. What should I bake in M8? Okay, back to the Leica M8. Okay, let's talk a bit about design feature, not including this one, I mean like obviously. So this part, the shape, it is a classic Leica M range shape. I believe the size of the Leica M8 is the same with the Leica M7, except, okay, there's one thing that you can only find on a Leica M8, and that is the circular screen on the left side. If you put it like this, it's on your left side. It gives you simple information about shoots you have left within the memory card. I think it's irrelevant considering the size of SD card now. At this point, I'm setting my pictures to JPEG only, and most of the time it will show 999 shots left. You just have to live with that. And the bottom one is, okay, this is a good thing. It's the battery level. It has like 1, 2, 3. Most likely, if I have only like one last bar, I can just cross my finger. Maybe I can only have a couple of shots left with the battery. Okay, while we're talking about this, let's talk about the battery. Wait, I think I will have to remove this now. Let's just switch it off the recording first. Hope I remember to turn it on again, otherwise I will be talking and not record it. Okay, talking about the battery, you can find the, okay, this is the top side of the Leica M8. The switch off, this is a single shot, this is the continuous shot, this is when you want to put a timer, and shutter speed tayo. Okay, just to know, I always, being a lazy one, I left the shutter speed on A most of the time. So anytime you want to change your battery, you will have to go back. I mean, like, this is exactly the same like the old Leica film camera. There's a knob in here. You just lift it up. Okay, this is the bottom part of the camera, of course. You turn it, I think, clockwise, a quarter of a turn. Then lift it up. Here you can see the SD card compartment, slot or whatever. It's in here. Wait, I'm using 16 gigabyte and I still have like 999 shots left. Okay, now this is the battery. Just push this lever a bit and then it's pop up. Okay, this goes in right here. There's a metal mechanism. This is like the locking anchor. This is the anchor. Okay, you have to put it like this and then put it back, turn it the opposites, and then flip it back here. So let's wrap this up. I say what the Leica M8 has teach me about photography. The very main reason I decided to get a Leica M camera is I want to have the full control of everything. I want to learn everything. I want to know if I take a pictures and it's overexposed or underexposed or whatever, it is all my fault. I'm like, there's a minimum kind of mumbo jumbo technology on this camera. I mean, like, a Leica does not make you a better photographer. A Leica does not make you take a better pictures. But to me, a Leica M8, this M range, make me want to learn more about photography. It slows me down, but on the other side, it make me enjoy photography much more. I think regardless of any camera you are using. It doesn't have to be Leica, it can be any camera. As long as a camera gives you the opportunity to learn more about photography, to explore more about photography, then you have the best camera. Saya Ibnu Fajar, signing out. Hopefully by the end of the day I will do some photo walk. This is a bit different kind of video, right? And I will put an ending part of this video with some pictures if I manage to do a photo walk. Saya Ibnu Fajar, signing off, and I will see you again on the next one. Ciao.